We've got our popcorn, so you know what that means.
What?
Real moms are back.
They're here to weigh in on some of the films you might want to take your family to over the holidays.
Mother of three, Tara McNamara, is co-host of Mom's Movie Minute on Fandango, which is owned by NBC Universal. That's how she got here.
Exactly. Suzanne Rust is a mom of two and the lifestyle editor at Family Circle magazine.
Do we own that one, too?
Yeah.
Okay. And Liz Stern, a mom of three, is CEO, excuse us, of divamons.com. I'm going to say that again. I can't do it and eat popcorn.
Yes,
What I told you.
All right, let's get started.
You know she's.
All right, so here we go. A new generation is about to fall in love with Annie all over again. Tara, what do you think of the remake so far?
I love it. I mean,
Really?
Yes, it is Fandango's top-selling family film of December, and I think it's because Jay-Z and Will Smith exec produced it. Sia updated the soundtrack, and we can't wait to see how they did it. And they did it amazing.
Right.
It's so fun.
Well, how about, I heard there's mixed reviews on Cameron Diaz as Miss Hannigan.
I thought
She was surprised that you liked her.
I loved her, and I thought it was fine. That wasn't my favorite part of the movie, but I mean, the rest of it is just nice and current. You know, they play with Twitter and all those types of things.
What about
There's a city life,
Quavenjane?
you know,
What'd
fun
you guys think of Quavenjane? Was she great in it?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought she was wonderful. I was worried because after Beast of the Southern Wild, I thought, oh, I hope she can keep going, keep the momentum going, and I thought she was
Sometimes
wonderful.
you don't want her to grow up. She was so precious in that movie.
Yeah.
Now, is it exactly like Annie? Are there a lot of differences?
It's real.
Yeah.
It's more modern. It's really.
So it's a hard knock life still works.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, in
all-
2014.
Okay, good. So it's for all ages, you guys think?
I thought so.
I
I
think
think
so.
6
Yeah.
plus. I think if you go with, there were a 4 and a 5-year-old next to me, and they were really bored. But I think
they were?
6 years and up, and little girls especially, will love it.
And really cute too. My 7-year-old turned to me about going back to Cameron Diaz, Miss Hannigan. He goes, "She's drunk, Mom."
You know what?
And I-
Kids can tell.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
but she was great.
All right, let's move on to Ben Stiller's Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. This is such a great little
It has
franchise.
Ricky
that's
Gervais
going on.
in it, so we love it already.
him.
Yeah, I love that these movies always bring history to life for kids in such a fun and funny way and get them involved with the characters. This one's a little bit more about saying goodbye, though, to the franchise.
This is the final one, right?
It is. And so what they're really doing is kind of just loving all over the characters that we know and love already. And it is a goodbye for Robin Williams
What
as
did you
well.
guys
That's
think
what I was
when you
gonna
saw
say.
him? Was it
I was
weird?
heartbroken. I mean, it really, and they edited it in a certain way that really felt like it was kind of his swan song. And I thought
I
it
got
was well done.
teary-eyed
Yes,
when I did when I saw him on the big. My little one was like, "What's wrong, Mom?" I'm like, "No, nothing."
Nothing.
And my daughter was
Even
like,
CEOs of Divas Moms.
Yes, they do get teary-eyed.
But I also want to say this too. My 7-year-old, as we left the screening, turned to me and said, "Mom, this is the best one of the 3.
Oh, really?
I really love this one the most." So that was great
so
to hear.
Stephen Sondheim's Into the Woods.
Yes, what do we think?
well, it is the adaptation of the Broadway musical.
And that's kind of dark.
It is. It's fairy tales that are mashed up, but it was really intended for adults, and they've toned it down for this PG version. But it still has, like, there's a high body count. There's there's like pecking out of eyes. So it's a little unusual, a little dark for kids. I would say not for 10 and
Well,
under.
Sondheim ain't Disney. You know?
Yeah, he is now.
What did you think?
I loved it. I was with my 15-year-old who gets bored. She loved it. We were both kind of the whole thing. We were kind of riveted to it. It's not for little kids. I don't think it's anything really strong, but it's not a little fairy tale. And it's a musical, so they're singing all throughout.
Did you
so
love the music?
I loved it. I loved it.
The soundtrack. You are going to just love this
And
film.
Meryl was nominated once again for Golden Globes.
Your
The
seven-
witch.
And
Your
so I did.
7-year-old
So of
went
course, so I
again?
took my little 7-year-old, my movie critic, and he turned to me and he said, well, first I pre-warned him. I said there might be some scary parts. I said, and there might be this wolf that's who's Johnny Depp.
Right.
And it's funny, of course, coming from a 7-year-old, he thought he was the best character. He thought he was the funniest, the coolest. He was definitely the scariest. But I pre-warned him. And again, going from this movie, my son loves musical, loves theater, loves Broadway. He was wowed by this film.
Yeah.
He really
Rob Marshall
could not
directed it.
wait.
Rob
Yes.
Marshall
to
is
get
Johnny Depp's a
brilliant.
little shady character. You know, if you have a 15-year-old, she's like, oh my God, there's all the creepy sexual innuendos of the wolf.
Yes.
But for little kids, it'll go over their heads.
Okay, now let's pretend it's cold, snowy, and you want to stay home and cozy up to watch a movie. Tara, what's your pick?
Oh, I think you want a movie that involves snow and kids stuck at home like they would be. Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the
Yeah, the
Wardrobe, the
first
first
one,
one.
yeah.
it has all of that. The kids are stuck inside. They go and they find this
that
winter
one. Good one.
fantasy land. Perfect.
Suzanne?
I love Freaky Friday. My whole family. We watch it over and over again. You know, mother-daughter tale, just full of laughs, and Lindsay Lohan, you know, the good old days. So we enjoy it.
And my boys love John Hughes, and they love Ferris Bueller's.
They do?
They
whole generation loves
They
that.
do. Do you know, it's my movie
Ben
from the
Stein
80s.
is so great in that.
My 11-year-old and 7-year-old, they think it's like the funniest movie. I just think it's one of those, it's a classic.
It is a
And,
classic.
and my boys just think it's hysterical the way day. Matthew Broderick takes off the day from school and it's like little. They just
every kid's fantasy.
They
Yeah,
crack up my boy. So love to share that with them.
Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas,
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
Holidays, and Happy New Year now. All righty, so we're going to be back right after this with more on Today on NBC.